Hey, what's going on YouTube? It's the flyest vlogger on the planet. My name is Showtime the Czar. Welcome back to the channel. Hope everybody's having a great, positive, productive day as always. You know I got hip hop news, cultural updates, and everything like that for you guys today. But before we do any and all that, you know what you got to do. See that subscribe button on your screen right there. I need you to click that, turn that bell icon on so each and every time one of my videos drop, the content that I'm providing to you, you don't miss it. Let's get into it, y'all. Drop my intro. YouTube, what up, though? All right, y'all, let's get into some conversation here. So, first thing I want to discuss with you guys today is Joe Budden calling out Adam22. Now, if you don't know who Adam22 is, he is the host of the very super popular podcast, No Jumper. And Joe Budden, you obviously know who he is, right? So, here is the conversation. Here's a snippet of the conversation that took place between Joe Budden and Adam22 on Joe Budden's podcast. Take a listen.
I don't know.
Shit,
next
an hour.
Yeah.
1 hour.
Probably, yeah.
It was nasty, Adam.
What is the nasty part
hold
about it?
yourself
The nastiness is you are trying to capitalize off of somebody else's demise before his family even had an opportunity to.
How am I trying to capitalize on it? I want the people who are sad about his passing to have the content that they want to see.
So, basically, if you guys did not understand the conversation, Joe Budden called out Adam22 for posting clips of Kevin Sammuals after he died, and basically making it seem like Adam22 was profiting off of Kevin Sammuals' death. Okay, here's what I want to say about that. Both of them make strong points. I can see where Joe Budden is coming from, because when you talk about, let me say this first. I think, though, it's unfair to automatically label non-people of color culture vultures based on the fact that they're white and want to profit off of our culture, because we want to profit off our culture as well. However, when we talk about the culture, yes, is it predominantly black? Absolutely. But there are people who are influential and who respect the craft and the culture. When I say the craft, it depends on whatever it is. Rap could be basketball, could be football, could be music in general. Whatever it is, even podcasting, so on and so forth, right? We have to understand that there are people that are not black that are influential within the culture. So I want to make that clear, right? I know I have posted some videos like a year ago, maybe two, about Adam22 and DJ Vlad, because it did seem like those guys were always trying to have interviews with black artists or creatives. Why are you trying to set them up is almost what I was getting at. Now, they're not responsible for what they said, right? They just asked a question. But sometimes you know that line of questioning could get those people caught up. So that's the first thing I want to say. However, in this case, when we're talking about profiting off of black creatives, Adam22 brought up a very good point. He said that when artists die, right, radio stations, streaming services, they push their music, they play it a lot, you know, celebrating the artist. He said, what's the difference in what he did? When he said that, he's right. We do that. Radio stations play their music, streaming services, people stream their music like crazy, so their streaming numbers go through the roof. So what's the difference in what he did? All he did was the exact same thing. And when we do it, it's called a celebration. And that's the term that he used. The radio stations, they celebrated the artist that he said was Pop Smoke. When Pop Smoke died, radio stations celebrated Pop Smoke by keep having his music in rotation. What's the difference in him and Kevin Sammuals? Well, The only thing I can think that was different was the fact that it was a white guy doing it, right? Had it been Breakfast Club playing, because they've done this too. Breakfast Club has played back interviews from artists or actors or creatives who have passed. They ran those interviews back. The only thing that makes Adams look bad was the fact that he did the interview, but sat on the clips. That's what make his look bad. Had he posted the clips when he did the interview, because the interview was up already, so people could have watched it. But he waited till after he passed to post the clips or repost the clips. That's what make it look bad. And you gotta now it's looking like, here's an opportunity for me to profit off this interview that I had tucked away. And that's how I made it seem, but it wasn't. It was already out. He just shouldn't have sat on the clips. That's what made his look bad. But also Joe Budden is correct in the sense that he's saying, don't go wait till a person passes to want to post the interview or profit off the interview. If you're going to make money off the interview, cool, but do it while they're here so it doesn't look like you chasing clout. And like I said, they're both correct in what they're saying. I don't think it was a winner of the argument. I think they both made strong points. So to me, I'm just pointing out both points. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Who do you think was right, Joe Budden or Adam22? If you didn't see the whole video, go onto my Instagram page at show and tell YT, and you can see the 3 clips over there that I posted on my Instagram page, and let me know what you guys think. Alright guys, on to the next subject here. So a district attorney in Atlanta by the name of Fani Willis, hope I'm pronouncing her name right, had a press conference the other day and spoke on indicting rappers and them incriminating themselves by committing crimes and then saying it in their raps. Here's what she had to say. Take a listen.
Not targeting anyone, but however, you do not get to commit crimes in my county and then decide to brag on it, which you do that for a form of intimidation and to further the game and not be held responsible. One of the lyrics used in this indictment, just one of the lyrics, is me and my crew striking in all black. Send me the drop, we'll kick in the house. If we steal a car, we're gonna take off the tag. Well, they kick it indoors, committing home invasions, and now I'm using those lyrics that they're admitting.
All right, now Charlamagne and DJ Envy spoke about this on the Breakfast Club this morning. Here's what they had to say. Take a listen.
This is our fault.
Why?
And the reason it's our fault is because so many rappers from our generation in the 1900s were lying their ass off, and it made a bunch of kids think the way to get in the game was to be the biggest criminal alive. And guess what? You can't do that. Okay? You can't be the biggest criminal alive and be a rapper at the same time. But it's our fault because we should have never let rappers lie like that for entertainment. All right? Because if it's just art, then we have...
All right, so here's what I want to say about this. Both Fani Willis, I hope I pronounced her name right, and Charlamagne and DJ Envy, all of those guys are correct in the sense of, if you're going to commit crimes, which you shouldn't, you out here robbing people, breaking into people's houses, and I understand that desperate time calls for desperate measures. Living in poverty could cause you to do some things that you don't want to do or you're not proud of. But, if you're going to be doing these things, it's not a good idea to rap about it, right? I don't understand the logic of doing something illegal and then putting it in the music. I think younger rappers, the younger generation, started to take living your raps a little bit too seriously. When I was growing up, I never thought the rappers that I was listening to was actually doing the crimes that they were doing while rapping. Like, they could have did it beforehand, but once they started rapping, they went all in on rap. You know what I'm saying? Like, I always thought that if I'm listening to it, I would assume the police are listening, or somebody at the police knows. They could have had, somebody that was close to them listening to rappers and trying to catch a rapper, because I always figured that would be a big bust for a police officer, is to catch a rapper slipping. So I never thought those guys were doing the actual activities that they were doing while rapping. Now, whatever they did beforehand, sure. But once they started rapping, I didn't figure that they were doing that stuff. I just figured, again, if I was listening to it, somebody else, the police had to be listening to it. That's just my thing. However, I do not agree with this. I don't agree with using lyrics to try to put a rapper in jail completely. Because you have a situation like Young Thug where they're trying to use his lyrics to say that, you know, he committed murders and lots of violent crimes, and his gang or his record label YSL were out here selling drugs and all that stuff. And we don't know if all of this is true or not. He could just been rapping and saying tough things in his songs so that they could sell. You know, there's no proof or evidence of the lyrics. So this is why I think that's an issue, because if I say that, you know what I'm saying, I'm kicking in those and I'm not, I don't think I should be arrested for just making tough songs. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I go there and I say, look, I was just rapping, bro, I wasn't doing none of these crimes, and y'all trying to make this stick, I think that's unfair. Because, again, this is just an art form. And I'm just trying to sell music. Now, if I can prove my innocence, that I really wasn't kicking in doors, then I don't really think that, you know, I should be arrested or jailed. And I feel like this is the case with Young Thug. That's why I think, like, using the lyrics, or I could just be talking about something that I seen. You know what I'm saying? I could be talking about a person I seen kicking somebody's door, and me not wanting to snitch on them, I'm just rapping about a lifestyle that I probably didn't live. That's what happened with a lot of these rappers. So that's why it's a tight, thin line when you're rapping about this stuff, just because it could and could not be true. We don't know. But until you have concrete evidence, that's, you know, using the lyrics is it's sticky. It is. It's hard to differentiate because you don't know, you know. And then by you saying, by an attorney saying, well, this is what he said in the lyrics. Yeah, but did he actually do it? Can you find proof that he did it? You know. But rappers, if y'all out here are committing crimes or doing stuff that is absolutely illegal and you know you could go to jail for it, stop rapping about it. Stop rapping about it, because they're not playing. They're not playing. They're coming to get you. I've never seen this many rappers in jail or dead in my lifetime. I've been listening to rap my whole life. So that is my advice. Obviously, these police officers, these district attorneys, they're trying to get you guys off the street if y'all are committing these crimes. Stop talking about it in your raps. Figure out something else to talk about. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. How do you feel about Charlamagne Envy, District Attorney Fani Willis, what she said, her thoughts, her opinions? Let me know all your thoughts and opinions in the comments. In my comments below.
Would have been bigger than Durk. Let's just be honest. Look how fast he moved, how fast he was going. Durk been rapping since 2019. You know what I'm saying? And he just became the Durkio that everybody knows. Vaughn just got out of jail from beating murders.
Alright guys, so that was 600 Breezy sitting down with DJ Vlad, and as you heard, he feels like King Von would have been a bigger rapper than Lil Durk. I kind of agree with him only on this, just for this reason. He said that Durk had been rapping since about 2010. He said 09, 2010. I think it was a little bit later than that. I think it was like 2010, 2011. But he had been rapping for a minute. I think Durk didn't really start popping for real to the Drake. He did the Drake feature. And I think that's when we really started to see Lil Durk blossom as an artist. So for me, King Von was already headed to that direction, and it helped that he was affiliated with Durk. I don't know if he would have been bigger, but I definitely know that it wouldn't have taken him as long as it took Durk. You know, King Von was on his way, and I hate that we never got that opportunity to. He was kind of like Pop Smoke in my opinion. Like we never really got to see him go to that next level. You know, he was climbing his way out of the trenches, and you know, before he could actually start to hop on songs with like Lil Babies and the Durks for real and the Drakes and all that stuff, you know, they took his life. So I think King Von would have had a pretty successful career, again, because he was affiliated with Lil Durk and because Lil Durk was starting to climb as well. He probably would have brought Von along with him, like, you know, this is my artist and he can really go. And I think people were starting to see that. He was starting to blow up. It just so happened that, you know, the street life caught up to him, unfortunately. But I don't think 600 Breezy is way off with that one, man. I think he's correct in the sense of, you know, it took Lil Durk a while. And I don't think King Von was going to have that much trouble just because he had that affiliation with Durk. I keep saying that, but that's what I think probably would have helped him the most. Is that, you know, Durk went through all the trials and tribulations and all the, you know, not being on, like, before the Drake feature, we didn't hear Lil Durk on no DJ Khaled song. We didn't hear him do too many features. Like, he had one with Dej Loaf, T Grizzly. He worked a lot of T Grizzly, but, and a few other artists. He did features. He was on people's songs, but I feel like that helped his career. And I think King Von would have been right behind him. So unfortunately, we just never got that opportunity to see where King Von would have went. But I think 600 Breezy was on to something. He's not completely right, but he ain't wrong either. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Do you think King Von would have been bigger than Lil Durk? Or do you think he, you know, might have fell off at some point? Who knows? Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. But that's all I got for you guys today. If you guys enjoyed this video, you know what to do. Like, comment, share, subscribe. And until next time, I'm out of here, y'all.